Good evening friends. Today I am going to explain the dioxygen. So in this video lecture we will study the preparation, properties, uses of the dioxygen. So let us see student what is the dioxygen. So dioxygen is very important gas for the survival of the any living being, that is the very important. Not only for the survival. If you talk about the for the natural process also, it is very important. So what I'm going to do is, student, first of all you let us understand that is this is the important constraint of the water. For combustion anything, when you are cooking the food, for anything combustion of dioxygen is required, and in respiration, that is dioxygen is required. So who discovered this? Firstly you try to understand that is this is the discovered by Priestley. So discovered by Presley, and in the 1774, that is too early, it was discovered. And what is the percentage? He only Presley only said that is in dry air. In the dry air, its percentage is the 20.946%, and this is 20.946%. Around that is 21% by volume. Okay, so you can think that out of 100%, that is this many 20, around 21% is only dioxygen. Now student, we have to study in this video lecture, that is this preparation and properties of the dioxygen. So let us understand what is the preparation. And the most important preparation is, already we have studied so many preparation in the group 15 element, when we were studying the preparation of the nitrogen dioxide. So that is the just side product, it was also getting prepared. Now the first method we are writing, student, we are going to study the first method of preparation. And first method of preparation is, we are going to study, that is laboratory method. So first method of preparation is laboratory method. So in laboratory method, how to prepare the dioxygen? By the chlorate and nitrate. Okay, so whatever the in laboratory O2 is prepared by how you are preparing, a student? By chlorate. Okay, chlorate comma nitrates. Okay, or what you are taking are the or nitrites. Anything you can take, a student, in the nitrites. So either you take the chlorate like potassium chlorate or sodium chlorate, or the any nitrates like the lead nitrates or any nitrates, and or you take the nitrites. So first of all we are taking the potassium chlorate. So let us see, student. Okay, how we can the, and also that is permanganate, and also from the permanganate also, and also from chromate and chromate, also from the chromate. Okay, chromate and permanganate. This is the this we will study in the laboratory also. So firstly chlorate, if you take, that is KClO3, student. If you take the KClO3 is the what, student? This is the potassium chlorate. And when you are heating this potassium chlorate in the laboratory, okay, in the presence of what you are taking, the small amount of the manganese dioxide catalyst, MnO2, so it will give, that is 2 mole of the KCl and 3 mole of the dioxygen. So this is the best method of preparation of the dioxygen from the potassium chlorate. Now student, what we can do, we can also prepare it from the nitrates also. So let us see, that is how you can prepare from the nitrates. So let us see, you can take any of the nitrate. I am taking the lead nitrates. So if you take, that is, if you are taking the lead nitrate, PbNO3 twice, this is what, student? This is the lead nitrate. Now lead nitrate, if you are heating, student, what it will give? It will give, that is lead oxide. First of all it will give lead oxide, and along with that is nitrogen dioxide. So and this will also give the oxygen. So this is the amount of oxygen, is number of mole is less. Here you take the 2 mole of the lead nitrate, so 2 mole of the PbO it will form, and along with 4 mole of the NO2 and 1 mole of the dioxygen. So from the This is also from the, okay, nitrate you can prepare the dioxygen also. Now let us move for the another from the permanganate. Okay, that is also I wrote, that is nitrate also. How to nitrate? If you are taking a student from nitrate, so nitrate means you can take any nitrate student. Suppose sodium nitrate you are taking, NaNO3. So if you are taking the this one, so it will give the nitrite NaNO2 plus it will give the dioxygen. So this is what, this is sodium nitrate. And when one oxygen is less student, so it becomes a sodium nitrite, and it is the dioxygen. If you want to balance student, you can take the 2 mole of the sodium nitrate and it will give the 2 mole of sodium nitrite. Similarly, you can take the potassium nitrate student, like that KNO3, and you heat similarly. If you are heating, so it will, what it will give student, it is KNO2 it will give, and 2 mole plus dioxygen also it will give along with the dioxygen. So this is from the nitrate also you can prepare student the dioxygen. Now the important one is from the permanganate. So let us see student how you can prepare from the permanganate. So if you see student permanganate, potassium permanganate, so KMNO4 is the permanganate, KMNO4. Okay, this is what student, that is potassium permanganate. Okay, potassium permanganate. When you are hitting this potassium permanganate student, so it will give, that is K2MnO4, K2MnO4, and along with this it is the dichromate, and along with this it will give, that is manganese dioxide, MnO2, and dioxygen. So from the potassium permanganate also we will be able to prepare the student dioxygen. Now what I am going to do student, there are other methods of preparation also, and by the thermal decomposition of the oxides of metal. Okay, so let us see what are the other method. By the next method is there, suppose student we are taking second method, by thermal decomposition of what student, oxides of metal. So you take the oxides of metals student, what oxide, low in reactivity series, whatever the oxides are there, they should be low in reactivity series. Okay, reactivity series. So we are not taking that is highly oxidizing, that is those who are in the low in the electrochemical series or reactivity series, that only we are taking that oxide, and then we are heating. Then what we are going to get student, we are going to get the dioxygen. So you see student how we are taking, that is, suppose the AgO we are taking, okay, silver oxide, Ag2O, okay, 2Ag2O if you are taking student, so it will give, that is 4Ag plus it will give the dioxygen. Okay, now if you are taking, that is lead oxide, if you take student, that is 2Pb3O4. So what it will give student, it is with the lead oxide 2PbO plus 6PbO, it actually 6PbO plus O2. If you are taking HgO student, if you are taking HgO, take 2 mole, so what it will give, that is student 2Hg plus it will give student O2. Now student, if you are taking O2, if you are taking PbO2 and 2 mole of PbO2 if you are taking student, so it will give 2PbO, okay, 2PbO plus it will give, that is O2. Okay, so this is all about the preparation of dioxygen. Some other methods are also there student for a small scale and large scale. What are there student? We know the disproportionation reaction of the hydrogen peroxide student in 11th standard in redox reaction chapter we studied. So that is when we are studying, that is what is the concept was there student, from what was there, from hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide student, hydrogen peroxide is the oxidizing agent. Okay, and what it will do, suppose H2O2 is there, so if you are heating this hydrogen peroxide student, it will give, firstly it will give H2O plus it will give water, and this is also the efficient method for the preparation of the dioxygen. So when you are taking 2 mole of hydrogen peroxide, it will decomposed at little elevated temperature. It will give the 2 moles of water and dioxygen. Dear student, how to prepare the industrial method, what is there, and how to get the large scale. Okay, so if you want to get the large scale, student, so what we can do, that is electrolysis of water. Okay, so that we study in the 11th standard in the chapter. Okay, dihydrogen, what we study, preparation on large scale. Okay, third method, suppose preparation on large scale. So how to prepare on the large scale, student, how to prepare on large scale? So what is there? Take the H2O, student, H2O, and you do the electrolysis. Okay, electrolysis. There is the method is there for electrolysis. So what it will give, that is, it will give, student, oxygen. Okay, along with this also it will give the hydrogen. Okay, so if you want to balance, student, 2 mole of the, if you are taking water, so it will give, that is 2 mole of dihydrogen and dioxygen also it will give. So this is the large scale, means electrolysis method, because they will give the so many methods and they will ask, that is, which one is will produce the large scale. So we have to give the electrolysis method. Now student, how to industrial method, how to prepare by the industrial method. So that is what is the fourth method. If you talk about fourth method, that is industrial method. If you talk about industrial method of preparation of O2. Okay, so if you talk about the industrial method, student, it is prepared from the air. Okay, so what you do, student, in the air, whatever other gases are there, so you take the air, student. Okay, from the air remove, what we are removing, student, what you are removing, that is minus CO2. Okay, so if you are removing the CO2, then what will happen into student? Okay, water vapor and then other will be, that is O2, what is left, O2 plus what is water vapor. Okay, water vapor. Okay, plus also other gases will be there, other gases. So what it will do, student, after this remaining gases, you liquefied this. Okay, liquefied. And if you are doing this, student, if you are liquefied this one, and after liquefied you do the fractional distillation. So if you are after liquefied, if it is convert the liquefied at high pressure, student, liquefied, so what you do, that is fractional distillation. And fractional distillation, student, fractional distillation, what it will do, student, distillation, what it will do, student, we know that is boiling point of N2 and O2 are, what are there? Boiling point of N2 and O2 are what is different. Okay, so here is N2 is also there. So what it will give, student, oxygen plus dinitrogen, and this is also the industrial method of preparation of the dioxygen, student. Now student, this is the preparation is over. Now we will move for the physical properties. We will see what is the physical properties of the dioxygen, student. So let us move on the physical properties, then we will go to the chemical properties, student. So physical properties of, here is heading, student, physical properties of dioxygen. So if you talk about the physical properties, student, what are the physical properties? First one is colorless. Okay, colorless, odorless, tasteless gas. Okay, so this is what, student, this is the colorless. Okay, this is the colorless. Oxygen is colorless. Secondly, it is also odorless. And third one is what is, student, tasteless. This is also tasteless gas. Okay, tasteless. And what other gas? And slightly soluble in water. This is not more soluble, but it is slightly soluble in water. And that much solubility means what is, student? Slightly soluble, which is the good enough for the survival, slightly for aquatic animal, and bit heavier than air. Okay, a little bit it is heavier than air, Dear student, what is the second point, if you want to know, that is solubility in water is how much? If you talk about the solubility, so solubility in water, it is, if you, the value of the solubility is how much? 3.08 centimeter cube in 100 centimeter cube. Okay, so if 100 liter is there. So in this 100 meter, how much liter of water is oxygen is there, student? 3.08 liter water will be there. And what temperature we have to maintain, student? 293 Kelvin we are talking about. Okay, at means 25, around 25 degrees Celsius. Now student, this air, this much of solubility is enough for the aquatic life. Okay, and when you are doing that is liquefied at 90 Kelvin and freezes at 55 Kelvin. So if you talk about the melting point, okay, so liquefied at, if you third point, student, O2 liquefied at what temperature, student? That is liquefied at 90 Kelvin. Okay, and what temperature it will freeze, student? If you talk about that is, it will freeze at 55 Kelvin. Molecular oxygen, one last point, student. Molecular oxygen is what, student? This is the important. Molecular oxygen is paramagnetic. Why paramagnetic, student? Because when we do study the molecular orbital diagram, so what you will find, there is two unpaired electron in the antibonding orbital of the oxygen. Okay, so that is oxygen is O2 molecule is paramagnetic. Now there is, what are the isotopes of dioxygen? Isotopes of oxygen. There are three isotopes of oxygen, student. What are the isotope? So first isotope is what? O16, that is normal one. And what is other is, that is O17, and next one is O18. So there are three isotopes of oxygen. Okay, so oxygen isotopes is 3, not more than this, and they are only first one is very important compared to other. Now student, what we are going to study, we are going to study the chemical properties. So keep watching, student, okay, till chemical properties gets over. So when you are going to chemical properties, okay, so it is reactive it is reactive. So it reacts with what we are writing, it reacts with almost all the metals except what? Except, student? Except, if you talk about exception is what? Noble metal. Okay, noble metal. What are the noble metal, student? Like that gold is there. Okay, gold is there, and platinum. Okay, these are the gold and platinum are there, student. Okay, with these are the very less reactive metal, so that this is not the reactive with this gold and platinum. So what is there with if you talk about the reactive metal, student, if you talk about the reactive metal, so the first heading we are going to study, that is reaction with the reactive metal. So see, student, reaction with reactive metal. So what is the reaction with reactive metals, student? So you see, first one, suppose if you are talking about with sodium. So with sodium it will give the two types of oxide it will give, student. First one it will give, that is, if you take the Na plus O2, so it will give, student, Na2O. So you take two molecule, so it will give, that is, two molecule of Na2O. This is not the too important normal oxide this is. And if you talk about, that is, you take, that is 2Na, okay, here is 4Na, student, here is, student, 4Na. So if you are taking 2Na plus O2 and little elevated temperature, student, 575 Kelvin if you are taking, so it will give, that is, hydrogen peroxide, an important compound. Okay, sodium peroxide, not hydrogen peroxide. Now student, you see how it will react with the B number, reaction with calcium and magnesium. Okay, so this is very simple, student, reaction with calcium and magnesium. So what it will give, the respective compound. So calcium is react with the oxygen, it will give, student, 2 moles of calcium is stood, that is calcium oxide. And if you are taking a magnesium plus oxygen, student, 2 mole of magnesium, so what it will give, student, it will give, that is magnesium oxide. So calcium oxide and magnesium oxide it will give with the calcium and magnesium. If you talk about the other, student, if you talk about aluminum and iron, let us see how it will react with the aluminum. So next one, C number, student, C number, reaction with what student? Reaction with aluminum and iron. So if you talking about the reaction with aluminum, student, simple compound it will give student. Whatever the crisscross method, you can get the formula. So if you are taking aluminum plus oxygen, what it will give student? Al2O3. Okay, Al2O3. Now we need to balance student. How to balance student? You take the 4 mole of the aluminum, 3 mole of oxygen. So it will give the 2 mole of Al2O3. And similarly, you take the iron student, 4 mole of iron if you are taking, and 3 mole of oxygen. So what is 2 mole of Fe2O3? So that is either you see that is aluminum oxide or iron oxide it will give student. So now if you are going to see the reaction of the with non-metal, it is also reactive with the non-metal student also. Let us see what are the reaction with the non-metal. So next heading number 2 is what is student? If you talk about reaction with non-metal, so almost all the non-metals get reacted with the oxygen student. Like whatever the organic compounds are there, whatever non-organic compounds are there, they will be reactive with the oxygen. So first off we are taking with hydrogen. I am taking the hydrogen. So these, if you talk about hydrogen students, the H2 is there and it react with the O2. So 2 mole of H2 and O2 you take student, and 1073 Kelvin you take, 1073 Kelvin, or what you said that is electric discharge, or you can do student electric discharge. And if you are doing electric discharge student, it will give that is water molecule, 2 mole of water molecule it will give. Now if you talk about that with dinitrogen student, with dinitrogen, already we study in this one with dinitrogen student in the group number 15. What we will study student? Nitrogen react with the oxygen, so it will give at the very high temperature, 3300 Kelvin temperature, it will give that is nitric oxide student. Okay, if you talk about the sulfur student, if you talk about the sulfur, third up with sulfur, so what it will give student? Sulfur, that is the contact process of the preparation of the sulfuric acid. It will also use what is student? Sulfur react with the oxygen, but what we have to need, you have to heat it, so it will give that is sulfur dioxide. In contact process it is used student. Next if you want to know student with the sulfur, what we can do with carbon, you see how it react with the carbon student. So with carbon how it will react student? If you are taking and oxygen you are taking, and you are limited supply, you are giving limited supply. So if you are taking limited supply student, and then carbon will not completely burn, so what it will give, that is student carbon monoxide. But what you are student, but when you are talking that is carbon and you are taking the excess of oxygen, okay, oxygen is excess, so what it will do is student, it will give that is carbon dioxide. Okay, so that you have to keep in mind student. And what is the important student, that is with phosphorus, what compound it will give student? With phosphorus. Okay, so it also readily react with the phosphorus. So what is P4? White phosphorus. Now okay, the what phosphorus is there student? This is white phosphorus. P4 O2 if it is reacting student, so what is P4 at O10 is giving student? Phosphorus pentoxide. And here is how many moles you are taking? 5 mole you are taking, so P4O10 it will give student. Now if you want to know student other chemical properties, that is dioxygen also react with student, that is compounds also. So let us see how it will react with the compound. So reaction with compound. So how it will react with compound student? This is also very simple students, you will be able to understand. With SO2, okay, how it will react with SO2 student? So to react with SO2, some catalyst required student. So if you take that is 2 mole of SO2 and react with the oxygen, so it will give that is 2 mole of SO3. But what temperature? Firstly you take the catalyst, either you take the catalyst PT or you take the vanadium pentoxide B2O5. Along with that, what temperature? 723 Kelvin, and you have to maintain the pressure of the 2 atm pressure also student. Now if you want to react with the second one with HCl, okay, So what gas it will give student, what compound it will give student if you are treating with the HCl? So important compound chlorine gas will release student. Okay, with HCl it will release the chlorine gas. So now let us see student with HCl what equation will be there. So 4 mole of HCl I am taking student and treating with the oxygen. So what will happen student in this case if you talk about this? So if you talk about this student, let us increase the highlight student. The camera is, I think, camera problem. Wait student, 1 second. Okay, it is not getting changed student, you be like that because it is not changing, so I cannot help anything because the camera is becoming, the battery is below 20%. So what happened, the light become little darker. So student, what I am going to do with the HCl, 4 mole of HCl and dioxygen you take student, and the temperature you maintain student around the 700 Kelvin. Okay, and what catalyst CuCl2 cuprous chloride if you are taking student, so it will give the 2 mole of water plus it will give that is chlorine. So chlorine is important method of preparation of also there student. And third number student, what is third number? With ammonia. So with ammonia if you talk about student, so how it will react with the ammonia? So here is NH3 is there, NH3, and 4 mole of NH3 if you treat, so 5 mole of dioxygen. So what it will give student at 1100 Kelvin, 1100 Kelvin, and what is that is you are taking the PT catalyst. So what it will give, that is 4 mole of NO plus 6 mole of water. Okay, 4 mole of nitric oxide and 6 mole of water it will give. Now student, what we have to do, we have to check some other compound, like how it will react with the hydrocarbon student. So let us see the reaction with the other compound. So if you take that is hydrocarbon, suppose I am taking directly with hydrocarbon. So if you are taking student with hydrocarbon, so hydrocarbon you take student CH4 and you directly treat with the oxygen. So as many carbons are there, as many carbon dioxide and as many hydrogens are there. Okay, so similarly it will give the water. So you see how many 4 hydrogen, 1 carbon. Oxygen you see student, here is 2 to 4. So here we will multiply by 2. Okay, now student with CS2 also carbon disulfide, it is also reactive with the carbon disulfide. So how it will react with the carbon disulfide? CS2 if it is treating with the carbon 3 moles of oxygen, it will give that is carbon dioxide plus sulfur dioxide. So this is also a simple compound. Okay, and some important, little important if you talk about with the ZNS. Okay, if you are taking with the ZNS and HGS, how it will react with the zinc sulfide and HGS. So you see student, it is also reactive with the zinc sulfide. So if you take that is ZNS student and you treat with the dioxygen, so what it will give student, it will give that is zinc oxide plus it will give that is SO2. You can balance it out student. Okay, so how can you 2 moles of zinc, 2 mole of the sulfur dioxide it will form. So 2 mole of the zinc sulfide and what it will give student, 3 mole of that is dioxygen. Similarly you take that is 2 mole of HGS student. Okay, lead sulfides is there, and if you are treating with the 3 mole of oxygen, so it will, what it will give me student, HGO, 2 mole of HGO, and along with this it will give that is 2 mole of that is sulfur dioxide. Of the most important reactions you can say, that is action of silent electric discharge. Okay, this is quite important, action of silent electric discharge. Silent electric discharge. So what is meaning of it students, action of silent electric discharge? Silent electric discharge student means that long time you are putting the electricity, long time you are putting the electricity, that is you are doing actually electrolysis only, but electrolysis of air. So you are taking 3 mole of air student and you are putting that is silent electric discharge, silent electric discharge, silent electric discharge. And when you are taking silent electric discharge student, so it will form that is 2 mole of O3. So this is what? Ozone. This is also type of isotope, student, and this is oxygen. So oxygen will convert into ozone when you are applying the silent electric discharge. Now student, the last point of this dioxygen is uses. So when you are going to use, student, so uses of O2. So when you are going to study uses of O2, so first one is the respiration. Okay, the important is the respiration. The second one is what is combustion. Okay, this is the important uses. Now it is also used in the welding. Okay, welding process. Welding by what? That is oxyacetylene. Okay, oxyacetylene. Oxyacetylene. So welding by oxyacetylene, it is used. And third one, student, this is with hydrogen and in oxygen. Hydrogen is, student, N2H4. Hydrogen with, okay, liquid oxygen. What it will do is, student, liquid oxygen, it provides the tremendous thrust to rockets. This one, tremendous thrust to rocket. Tremendous thrust to rocket means, student, this is the, it will provide the high pressures. Okay, thank you so much for watching, friends.